I think that last note ended. Welcome, folks. Welcome back to Flying with Mike. If you missed us yesterday, we did a quick throw the rust off us for the 727 for Northwest Airlines. We had some technical difficulties, which was good. That helped me figure out what broke, what needed to be fixed, and we got it fixed. We flew the flight off stream later, got the credit for Piedmont Virtual, all of that good stuff. But now, folks, now we turn our attention back to an animal we have seen quite a bit here, the MD11. And today it's Panda Express Day. That's right, the Panda's gonna fly it over. So hope you enjoy this. I saw you there, Hawker. You're out there lurking. Appreciate you being in the neighborhood. Hope you get some time to bop in and say howdy, or at least watch. This was your request. All right, hang on a second, folks. Doing some business on the side here. And somehow I lost. Where the heck did Discord go? Where the heck did Discord go? All right, we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, I see. All right, yeah, I'm going to head over to FedEx and let them know, hey, we're up flying again. This time there. Boom. All right, hang on a second. There we go. I'm not going to ping them. Wish I could figure out how to make it so when I do stuff like this, what's on my screen shows up, or what some of you get. I don't know how to do that, so, well, we just have to suffer along. All right, so there we are, folks. Let me get back into my channel, and hopefully we'll get some folks over there at FedEx Express Virtual to check in, check us out, and say how do. Been over with them for about 7 years. I highly recommend them, folks. If you're looking for a group with not a lot of rules, which a lot of people look for, you can fly any FedEx aircraft out there. Mind you, they got to be at least real world. Now, they have substitutions in place for those that can't be found, although that list is getting shorter and shorter by the day. But check them out, folks. www.fedex.va. I'm sorry, I got that all wrong. Try that again. Strike that guy behind the microphone. It's www.fdxva.org. So, hope y'all check us out. I've been there, like I said, close to inception. Gonna be totally honest there, folks. It's been a while. So I'm gonna head up into the cockpit here of the Airbus 11. I mean MD11. You know the nice thing about China Eastern or China Cargo we flew a couple days ago? It's on the side of the plane, so I don't get confused. But it truly is a lot like an Airbus. You'll see. Keep that thought. You'll see as we go through the process. All right, folks, we're in the pit, as they say. And this is 1.09, I believe. Let me double check my notes. Where are we? 1.0, I'm sorry, version 1.09. Yeah, I was correct. So, with 0.08, the version right before, we got this lovely little device. And, you know, I like it. It has a few more features than the Comfort Creature we had up here. Creature Comfort, whatever you want to say. You can see they're pretty close. Hang on, let me kind of do the best I can. So you can see they're kind of the same. So really, I don't know. like I said, it's a toss-up with me. Overall, I like the plane. Overall, I think y'all ought to look into it. And if you happen to miss anything, since we're starting to work our way through commercial break here, check us on YouTube in a couple hours. Or tomorrow, we should have this video posted. But anyway, back into the getting things going here. And I'm just going to leave it for this portion for those of you to catch on YouTube, the subscribers and folks, they'll get this live. But folks, when you come into the plane, you come into it even this dark. You got to click the power switch here and then choose your situation. Do you want it cold and dark, or do you want it parked with external power and you can read the rest? That's all up to you. I don't go cold and dark. I am only skipping about 5 steps, folks, by going here. Maybe even less. It's not that bad. So cold and dark, I know some of you just gotta have it cold and dark. I gotta hit every switch. There you go. Otherwise, just hit park with external power. Like I said, saves 5 simple, easy steps. Next, walk over to ground ops. We all have to visit them, folks. We got to get our paperwork. We got to know where we're flying to. So let's go to ground ops. Okay, since we selected it with external power and all of that, we're already going to have chocks and we're already going to have ground power. 2 steps. And we will have to set the stairs. We will have to set the cockpit. And if you want it to look right for loading, open up the right side of the aircraft. I don't worry about this one. You're going to find out here in about 5 or 10 minutes. Once you got this page set up, you can read the manual for the rest of this. I go here just because I like to set the map, kind of see what I'm flying over. And of course, it's hilarious when you're over in the Far East, it's all in Chinese or Japanese. And you're like, what the heck city am I over? So anyway, I just like it to know where I'm at. Okay, bounce back to weight and balance. All right, today's loadout, folks. Time to go to Sim Toolkit. If I can find it. Not that Sim Toolkit, but we'll leave it up there. There we go. All right, there we go, folks. Sim Toolkit's up there, showing you the route. Very simple route, folks. Orca 5, MISEN to Reindeers 2. And right now, we'll see if it does it again. 26 left. We did this all right last time. Even landed on the right runway, and it said we were on the wrong. So, you gotta love it, folks. Welcome to flight simming. Okie doke. So, for today, the loadout, 88,662 pounds. Yeah, we're going to take 25 FedEx people over to Las Vegas. The expo, if you all didn't know, ended, I believe, yesterday. So, should be a little calmer getting in there. Cargo for today, 84,287 pounds. And there's our route again. Cost index, they gave us 90 at 29,000. Weather, right down the road. He gave us 24 right. No, we're going to be taking off on 25 right. Oh, I didn't catch that, folks. Oh, my goodness. And I have been taking off a lot on the 24s, but FedEx is on the other side of the airport. Now, it's possible they could get that, but they would really be asking for 25 left, or right. Sorry. Anyway, winds are 250 at 7-10 miles. Got a few clouds from 7,000 with a base, another base at 16,000, and they're scattered out at 20,000. Beautiful day here in Southern California, as you would expect. Let's cross some mountain ranges and get over to Vegas. Vegas looks like could be a fun approach. Ooh, 160 at 10, gust to 17. Ooh, that's going to play havoc. Thank gosh we're on a sim. 10 miles visibility, few clouds at 12,000 and 15,000. It's a bit balmy there, 106 degrees as of 11, if I'm doing the math right, 11:11. There's what your next bet should be, folks, in Vegas, 11:11. I think you can do that. I'm not sure. Never did. All right, anyway, so again, what do you expect? It's the high desert. It's gonna be, you guessed it, hot. All right, and finally, I'm going to go ahead get us on VATSIM, see if we have a better day with VATSIM than yesterday. That got a little ridiculous, to say the least. All right, and wrong one. Doggone it. We'll get the right one yet. Got to get our nav data in here. Make sure everything else is correct. And ding, 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 ding. Let's go for it. What the heck? With that weather, we better be ready for 00. Yeah, sun's in my eyes. I can't see. I just got blinded. All right, so FedEx 811 will be on the ramp here in a few. All right, so weight and balance. Let's get to the topic at hand. All right, this is one of the couple of quirks with this plane. Deal breakers for me? No. Could be for some, but doubtful. It really is a fair rendition. So let's put our total payload in. We said 88662, 88662, enter. We'll deal with the payload CG in a minute. That is a very crucial thing I've been told. I've never tried anything different than what I've been told, so I couldn't tell you if it's one of those wives' tales. Don't know. We'll just go and say it is. All right, fuel for today, 33,555. 33,555. Might want to play that too. Fives and threes, full house. All right. What am I looking for? Taxi fuel should be 2,000, and it is. I've kind of come to accustom to know what most of these planes do. Now, as the trip fuel says, in order to check your landing weight, you got to fill it out. So, what's our en route fuel? Well, the good thing is, it's on your flight plan. That's right, 11,543. 1154 tree. Boom. All right, so as expected, before you didn't see the landing weight, now you do. So here's our CGs. All right, now remember I talked about that. We come back to it. We're coming back to it. The thing with the rotate aircraft, we need that takeoff CG between 30 and 31% max. So we're looking at this one right here. Notice we're not far off. So let's make it happen. 30.4, we'll go try for 5. There we go. Again, takeoff, TOCG. Don't focus on this one, folks. Focus on takeoff, TO. So that's one quirk I'm not certain I like, but I don't know the veracity. Does this plane have to set up that way? Don't know. So, and then I always click apply load configuration to aircraft and FMS. So what it's going to do in about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to be with the McDo, and we're going to be setting it up. So, and you're going to find that that page gets filled out when you do that, which is perfectly fine when we're trying to boogie. That's right, boogie boogie. It's a aircraft term to boogie boogie. Boogily woogily. That's NASCAR, not flight term. Okay, so we got all of this going for us. Let's go back to ground ops. Request our fuel. And request to load. And you notice we have a pushback if we so choose. All right, now this is some cheesy graphics. I'll give it. I mean, it's not great. But it's cool. They're loading cans. Cool. 88,000 pounds in 4 cans. Ooh, that'd be rough. But the one quirk about this plane I really don't look or like, it's not a total deal breaker for me, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's a little, I don't want to be overly critical here, but if you're going to go to this level, continue. All right, continue. And I know that's a lot of what the heck are you talking about for those of you all new here. I'm not a spokesman nor a salesman for this plane, so I just fly it. But here's where my problem comes with it. Okay, we're going to look into the cargo bay. Just to prove I'm in the cargo bay. All right. All right, last can's coming in. Door closing. When the door closes, you'll see the quirk I don't like. If you're going to go this far to show cans loading for the load you're doing, keep it. There's a FSX group that I know crossed over to the new one that a lot of people rubbed and still rub because, yeah, they have some problems. It's called Captain Sim. But at least they load the cargo into the plane and they stay. You can see them through the flight. If you're going to take the level to that, if you're going to take it to that level to show it, you might as well just continue it. I mean, feel us, we sit and wait on those straggling passengers. Why couldn't you and rotate? I mean, it's just like I said, it's not 100% deal breaker. But to me, if you're going to go to that level, you missed it. You missed the cog in that. Beyond that, it's not a bad plane. There's a couple of other little quirks that come in. But overall, folks, it really is a good plane if you get past all of that. I did, kind of begrudgingly, because that kind, I'm not a big fan of eye candy. And if you're going to go that level, TOLUS proves really well in that they took the time to be a lot more detailed than just bloink bloink. Oh yeah, let's put some toys out here and make it look like it. They actually made sense with it. And rotate could have gone a lot further. All right, enough of that. So we got the aircraft now loaded. Pretty sure the refuel is done. So let's go ahead, close. And that would have been nice too, to have some action on the other side. But again, it is what it is, oh well, what can you say? In the long run, at least the weight comes on to the plane for the performance. All right. So let's get into this. All right. So we know the battery's on. We know we're on electrical power, be it the ground power or APU. This case, ground power. Right here, air's right here. Fuel right here, hydraulics here. Seen this somewhere before, folks. Yeah, kind of Airbus-esque, isn't it? Yeah. Boy, Airbus 11. Wonder where I got that name from. All right, folks. So anyway, let's get going because we're running short on time. Okay, so the external power's on. But if you keep that in the back of your mind, Airbus, you're going to find how quick and easy things begin to fit. You know, I know when I first started this thing, and Hawker was berating me to get it. I finally got it, and I'm like, Hawker, it's an Airbus. He about blew a gasket. I saw the mushroom cloud. He only lives a few miles north and a little bit west of me. I saw the mushroom cloud coming up over his town. You ever seen that movie In and Out with that little angry guy? Anyway, that's probably what happened when I said that. All right, how badly is he hammering me in here? Oh, what do we got here? Support rotate.sim. Rotate, what? Hang on, I'm missing a whole bunch. Thanks, Hawk, for catching those. Oh. you, I'm just catching up here. Oh well. Oh, it's all in good fun, you know, Hawker. But yeah, it's I called it an Airbus. Boy, he just that was funny. Anyway, all right, let's get her started up here. So we got the electric power on. Let's go up here and do something we always forget to do before starting the APU. I really hope this is not how it sounded if they had a problem. I could take the bells, but telling me, yeah. Oh, that's true. I don't fly in the cargo bay, but if you're going to take it to that level, is my point. You take it, you bring it all. And that's what I like about Zebo and Tolis. While Tolis doesn't claim to put people in the plane, Zebo does. And, you know, hey. All right, so let's get the APU going. Okay, we did the test. Now, the neat thing is all you actually got to do is click APU power. I asked and I found, uh-oh. Hang on, let me quickly. Oh. It really does. That's sad. I do like the Allegiant look to that Airbus 11 with the windshield covers up to keep it cool. Anyway, I think that's an Airbus thing. Boeing's still trying to figure out where they lost the door at. But anyway, Sorry, folks. I'm going to be going down roads I shouldn't be, especially living in the city of St. Louis. All right, so we've got the EPU started. All right, now one of the switches that I did find hard to find when you go through the checklist. And by the way, the checklist I'm running works right off the tutorial. I just did a quick check, but being the nice guy that I am and going that extra mile that Rotate didn't, I include it here. So if you click on the link, you'll get the checklist we're running. So, and again, falls right in line with the tutorial flight El Paso to Memphis. It's a good tutorial. I recommend flying it at least once, maybe fly it a second time, referring checklist only if you have it, and third, fly wherever you want with the plane using that data, and you're going to have this plane pretty well learned. That's how I did it. All right, but anyway, back to the fifth item, the cockpit lighting, adjust as you can. That is a little complicated. I think I have it. I'm going to need to do a night flight one night to see if I am getting it all right. You just can't see the airplane. Oh, geez, it's at night. I guess that's why. Now, the other thing we need to do is the annunciator lights. Now, it's going to ask you to test them. Where they show you is hard until you go annunciator light, right dim, test. It took me a long time to find this. Only bad thing is you really can't check much, but that's okay. I kind of like how TOLUS lets you drop down, same with Fearless, to check the other panels. Even using the short keys you can set up doesn't work. So, again, not over, that one's okay, not that bad. But I do like to do the light bulb check. Air systems, okay, when the APU comes on, you're good to turn off the external power because the power's on, and then come down to the air panel, which looks a lot like Airbus, and turn the APU on for the APU air. Like I said, most of this, folks, you could sit back and just go, oh my gosh, but this panel, like right here, you got an Airbus panel, folks. All right, so we've now got the air on. All the isolation valves are set to on. The packs are on. Guess what? We're going to scroll up here a little. Again, this one, I don't know. It may actually now do this since that's how the fire alert sounded. Kind of weird, but whatever. It's going to set the test off. I mean, it's good for it to do that, but why? I don't know. 2, 3. Like most aeronautical companies, they haven't got a clue how to count. Last I counted, it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, something, but no. Yeah, I know. Slide rules, I know, probably a little different. All right, so now with the IRS is coming up, emergency power switch to arm. And let's head down and start in on the McDo. Now, kudos. Yeah, Hawker, I'm going to tell you to brace yourself. You may want to sit down for this one. Here's something positive that I really liked. I actually complained a lot about it. I'd like to think and take credit for this, but I don't. I think they figured it out. This is a sim. This isn't a real, or let me rephrase that. God forbid I'm actually flying a real MD11 somewhere around the world from my seat here. But they gave us this. Pop-out windows. Now, again, they fell short just slightly, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on the positive, that at least the display pop out. I like that. That helps a lot, especially when we get ready to line up everything. All right, so we want to make sure nav datas are up to date. They are. There we go. And hang on a second. I wrote it down this time. Where are you? There you are. KLAX, KLAS. And it's not like this is a super complicated route, folks. That's actually pretty simple. The only thing I didn't do was get the alternate route back to Ontario set up. All right, alternate for today. I gave it away. Ontario. Typical. Alternate. One of these days, I'm actually going to dig in and see mileages to a couple of different places. Folks, there isn't really anything close by to Vegas. You're going to make a little run, so they have a lot of extra fuel going into Vegas. And our flight number today is FD and an X8. No. All right, now we can actually set lat long. Remember how I kept saying most cargo flights you can't do this because the cargo doesn't have, coordinates. Well, Los Angeles does. So kudos for LA to a point. All right, bear with me. Kind of set the stage here a little. All right, so we are in parking bay 2. So we're looking for 3356.1. Okay, so we need to go up. And on the longitude, we're looking for 118.23.3, which is right on. Initialize. Perf ref. Back to our flight. So once we get to that alignment portion, well, it's doing it now. It takes about 7 to 10 minutes. It's going to now, instead of wherever that reference point is for Los Angeles, it's now going to move to the FedEx ramp spots 2, 3, or 4. So probably closer to 3 to split the hairs. But you've narrowed it down to where you're closer, more accurate. Accuracy is keen in flying, folks. You can get lost real quick. Trust me, I did it all the time as a private pilot. So who wants to go flying with Mike in a real plane? All right, with that part of the FMC done, we're done until we get done with a couple of other checks. Okay? So, and that'll allow a tow line. Let's come up here and do something we don't get to do in many planes, a hydraulic pressure check. There. Now, I closed the cap back up. What it does is it means I got to click it twice. So like if I go here for masks or here or here or here, it takes 2 clicks instead of 1. Same with your gen drives and so forth. I like it. Okay, that's not a rotate thing. I like that in any airplane I have to do that in. All right, so why are we doing a hydraulic check? Well, we want to make sure the bells and whistles, thankfully, not her voice. Let's go to hydraulics and whoop, went too high. There we go. And we can see it in play. It's charging up the auxiliary. Just need to make sure more than 5.3 gallons exist in our systems. I think 9s and 8s qualify. And then what it does is it's going to bleed down, and then internal sensors letting it know are everything going off right. Okay. But it'll turn yellow. There's your first indication as it's bleeding down. So the test is just about done. Moving on up, or moving on down in our case, to the comms. Here we go. All right, and I don't know why they don't save, but they don't. which is irritating for someone like me because I like to set guard. And unicoms. Actually, I can leave that one. 22.9.5. All right, so unicoms are set. Now, let's head down here and set our transponder. I'm stalling a little bit, folks. I want to get our folks back from the commercial break. You're all going to get a sneak peek, and we're going to kind of repeat it when they come back here in about a minute. You notice anything wrong with our X-Pilot with whatever client you would be using if this was yours? Hang on, let me even make it one more. Yeah, mode C I just turned off, so that's right here. Okay, now if you look up here, you'll see the TX is lit. That's because of here, but the RX is not, and that is because our speaker button is not lit up. So we're going to hold just a couple more seconds, let them catch up. And by the way, folks, yep, you see it, the infamous dial-a-flap. Gosh, I don't know why McDonnell Douglas did that. Anyway, hey, welcome back, guys. I don't know how long you guys have been back to the channel, but hey, one big thing I've run into with this plane is communicating with online controllers, primarily VATSIM, but this applies to any and all services. What you want to make sure, folks, I brought my client up, so this is how X-Plane communicates to VATSIM through X-Pilot. VATSIM has a tool too. That other simulator that Microsoft has out there has a tool, as do any others if they want to fly on VATSIM. All right, now there's some things you gotta make sure. You always see it in the ATIS, squawk mode C on the ground. Okay, if in mine, by the way, right next to connected says mode C and it's green. If that is not green, you could get a conniption fit from a controller because he has got to see that. Case in point though, folks, he has no idea if you're TARA or not. But if you're not controlled in that C, if it looks like that, you will hear from him until it says that, and he can get into his happy spot. Okay, just letting you know, about a year and a half ago, 45-minute discussion with one while taxiing, and once my wheels went up, it turned green. It took a couple more flights for me to finally figure out what in God's name was going on and why it wouldn't. It was with Flight Factor or Tolus, one of the two. But anyway, make sure, and that is usually controlled by your switch. Move it to either X-Bonder, TARA, get it off standby, because when I go to standby, you see it goes dark. Keep clicking it till it lights up. You may also have to click other switches if they're over here, like especially on the Airbuses, to get that as well. The other big thing I ran into this plane and a couple of others, but this one most notably, Flight Factor also. Those two were the biggest ones that I had troubles figuring out. Why can't I communicate? I'm mode C. I'm in his happy spot there. What it was is the TX and RX up here. TX is your microphone. My microphone works. It worked with everyone else. Why not this time? Make sure it's turned on. Sometimes you got to turn it on down here. Most likely not. Well, you see mine's working. I can transmit. So when I push my transmit button, oops, that's it. when I'm on this screen, it'll transmit to VATSIM. However, he can talk till he's blue in the face, and I cannot hear him. And you notice I do have it on my earmuffs. That falls right here with your speaker. Notice I just picked it up, it lit up, and it lit up here. All right. Now, the other great thing about the new sims, at least X-Plane, can't speak for the other one, have never flown the new one, but I can tell you FSX couldn't do this. I can turn it up, so make sure you do that, and then if you get that obnoxious pilot or controller that thinks he has to be on a power mic talking to the Andromeda galaxy to get clearance because he's too weak, you can turn him down. That was something I prayed for so much, the ability to back them down without having to back down the whole sound. So just like pointing that out, because there's a lot of people new, especially after the expo, a lot of people trying to get back into VATSIM, and they're trying to figure out the whys. That's what this was all about. All right, so after the radio check, let's head up here, get the comms. All right, not the comms, the glare shield. Now what we're doing here, first off, let's get rid of that. All right, and by the way, to get rid of the yokes, very simple, the Y, Yankee key. All right, so the checklist now says in or HP selected. Again, I struggled with this in the beginning until it bit me like a snake right in front of me, right between the eyeballs. Right there's the little button. And what it's doing is putting you either in inches or HEPA or millibars for your altimeter setting. We're US, so obviously we're going to be there. And then why not set it? Los Angeles is 2991. Oh, I love when it's very simple to set. And it should, if you've set it up right, click over to the other side. You may have to do the backup. We do that on just about every plane, so why not? Some of the Airbuses, I think the Zebo, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get going here. All right, so we got that. Then our minimums, 200, radio or arrow. Radio is radar altimeter. So that's beaming down to the ground. So that's where you are in reference to the ground. Arrow is where you are in the air reference to sea level. Okay. By the way, that's what your altimeter is working off of too, just so you know. And per the AIM, Airman Information Manual, 400 is suggested the earliest you turn on takeoff. Not a requirement, it's suggested, or the end of the runway. So, problem is when you get airborne, folks, and you look out the window, you're looking out at an angle, so you're not getting what's directly below you, unless you got a neat little GoPro set up to show you that. But anyway, now I'm gonna see videos of that all throughout YouTube. All right, and then we're set to go. Bank angle. We've all heard that infamous cry, bank angle, bank angle, bank angle. What is going on here? There we go. All right. It's very hard to see here, folks, but right here where you see 25 and 5 in auto, there is a little notch. That's telling you what your bank angle's set at. So auto is preferred. That way, whatever altitude or speed you're at, it will give you the angle you need. Okay, now let's head down to finish up the FMC setup, otherwise known as McDo. And by the way, it says that in my checklist, McDo, Airbus for FMC. All right. All right, so we are aligned. Also going to set to plan here. Bump us up a couple, pull that out. And we're going to do our best here with charts. It's not a difficult flight at all, folks. We're basically going Orca 5, which has some, but not many, fixes. The big thing is we fly off our runway to Clipper, and then we make a turn. Okay, now I know you all are not seeing that, so bear with me. I'm trying to figure out how to best show this. Now that didn't work. All right, so hang on. Now that can work to a degree. No, it can't. All right, that's gonna have to be as close as we can get. All right, you know, we work with what we can. Screens are only to a certain level. All right, so first thing, we come back to the init page, finish it up. So basically, we're putting in the flight number, the alternate. Hey, we already did that. The cruise altitude, 29,290. Okay. Now, and you guys who fly MD11s all the time, I have no idea. I can put them into the cows come home, but it don't work. And I know it's because that guy that's loose nut behind the control wheel is totally messed up. Let's see here. Next up is the outside air temperature and winds. All right. I got a feeling I'll probably go with what's default. As soon as I get there, they are. Get to them. All right. 29, 31. We'll have to be as close as we get. We do have 29. Disregard. There we go. So minus 28, minus 28, minus 28, minus 28, minus 28, minus 28. Hey, that works out. Minus 28. Dash. All right, now the wind. All right, what I'm going to do here is, okay, we have a planned wind 229 and 21, so technically that's a tailwind. 21. So let's put TL 21. Cost index 90. Gonna verify real quick. Yeah, cost index 90. And we can go as high as 43,000 feet. I'm sorry, optimum 40,000. Don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. All right, now here we talked about it in flight planning. We clicked the little button on after we got all the weight and balance all figured out, the CG, send it to the airplane and the FMS. McDo. Here's what it did. Next page, all of this filled in for you. So you don't have to. How about just verify? And that's what we, you know, it's takeoff, let me see here, 0 fuel, 31, 0 fuel, 350. I didn't bring it up. Doggone it. So yeah, we'll have to go with it. Hang on, let's get rid of charts real quick. Let's verify. All right, folks, and we haven't had this in a while. OBS is trying to reconnect. Yay. There we go. Sorry for that, folks. Welcome back. We had a connection issue with our friends at... hang on a second. Let me see what happened. And I do apologize for the commercial break to come back. Anyway, folks, thank you for those that do come back. We're not going to slow down, though. All right, so back here, 341.9. Okay, so everything is good. We have not had a connection issue in quite a while. Just love it when that happens again, especially in the middle of this. All right, moving on. Cost index page 2. All right, so now let's go to F plan. Heard that before. SID. All right, let's grab our runway first, see if it'll let us. 25 right. Orca. 5. MISEN. Insert. All right. It's very hard to, and all we're doing up here is just making sure everything got us to Docker. All right, and hang on. Oh, Docker instead of what I said, Clipper, my bad. So yeah, and then from there, we fly to Clipper. Oh, okay, I got it. So we'll fly. I get this is a little tricky. I had to read. All right, so climb heading 251 to Docker at or below 3, then 236. Expect left turn cross Clipper at or above 10,000, tracking 044 onto COP, Kegs, COP, Orca, and eventually MISEN. Okay, got it. We'll leave it as is. Orca, Navy, MISEN. Okay, so you can see everything worked out good to there. Now, let's go to our star. I remember right. We had to do the star first. All right, ILS, time to clear the board. Two 26 Yankee. Transition, correct. Insert. Now we will track it from MISEN. Okay, so here we go. MISEN, Teddy, Watt V. Okay, and then we're on to totes, reindeers. Okay. Now, here's where we make... Where'd MISEN go? Oh, wait, never mind. Then we go to Grandma, Beatty, Envy. Yeah, okay. My bad. We started in MISEN. Okay, and then red QN TWA flat level, urban. And then we switch over to the ILS, urban, bishop. And by the way, folks, I do this for a reason. We saw trouble on several flights here of late where we had to fix this. All right, so bourbon, bishop, H-O-G, Hogog, Kodos, Uxar, Relin should have a runway. Okay, and then our missed approach, back to Boulder and hold. And should we have to go to Ontario, there we go. All right. I know we really couldn't see. All I was looking for was to make sure the flight plan was evolving good. And it was, actually. Could have just done it right there. Dang it. Oh well. Back to F plan. Hang on. Up, over, map. And decrease 1. Yeah. All right. Next up on the laundry list here. Get rid of charts. Okay, after flight planning, we want to go to NAVRAD, and we look good there. Then we want to go to takeoff approach. This is where things get kind of fun, especially now with SimBrief's takeoff predictions and landing. All right, so let's bring in Sim Toolkit. I use that 2 reasons. One, SimBrief's here. So pull up my flight plan. You can do this a couple of ways, folks. All right. You can go right up here to takeoff. It'll give you your information as soon as you hit weather. Or you can come over here, follow performance and tools, and you'll get that neat little runway map to know how much of it you're eating up. It's your call what you want to see. I like simplicity. Let's go here. Takeoff 25 right. Wait, full flex. Everything's looking good. We're dry. Enabled, calculate. There we go, folks. All right, so what you've got here is your runway and weather. Then your inputs, your weights, your thrust, what you want to come out in outputs. So what we have is flaps 15. We're going to flex to 60 degrees. In that, we're going to end up with a V1 of 135, rotate 142, 140, or 56. Sounds good to moi. This will probably be higher than what comes. Oh wait, you guys aren't seeing this because one, you're in ads. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anyway, so all you had to do, folks, let me just do it again. So you come in here, hit your view flight plan, take off. I've already calculated. Let's recalculate, and there you go. Okay, so we're going to take off flaps 15, flexing to 60, 135, 142, 156. I'm going to write some of this down. 135, 142, 156. Okay, we're flexing to 60 and 15 on the flaps. The bad thing, like I said, folks, it doesn't tell you how much of that runway you're going to eat. Okay, so let's start filling things in. 60 for flex. Wait, I got to type the word on. Flaps, 15. Runway slope. Now you can get that also from Sim Toolkit, folks. Yes, yes you can. .1. Okay, so we put 60 in, we typed the word on, then clicked here, 15 right there. So we're at slope, which is down 0. Slash winds. That's actually one of the tougher things to get. I'm going to cheat. I'm firing up Top Cat to get it. Okay, and we're looking at a headwind of 10. So HD10. Outside air temp 26. Now, you noticed our speeds are about 10 or so off. You can go with either one. I'm just going to go with these. And our friends should be back here now. All right, so there's what our performance page looks like, folks. We are so close and ready to go. So we put in 60 on 15. Then we put in our slope, which we can get from Sim Toolkit. We then brought in the Top Cat to get the easy number headwind. Ow, I forgot I could use this now. Doggone it. Totally forgot. And that is charts. And we're 26 degrees. Once you filled this in, this populated a V1 10 knots shorter. We were scheduled 135, 142, 156 via Sim Toolkit. The aircraft itself gave us that. I'm going to go with it. Okay. Now, the next step is right above. And we're going to get our flight control panel. That is this ugly thing put into check. All right, speed 250 below 5, unless your chart says otherwise, folks, and it could. It very well could. In this case, it does not. But yeah, just be ready. It always could give speed restrictions. Okay. Okay, so basically we're going to come off straight out to Docker, bank, fly out, and we're going to gain 10,000 feet to come right back over LAX at or above 10,000 feet by Clipper. Okay. Runway heading, you can get that off your airport chart, 251. And just double checking Top altitudes are 23,000, but by then, folks, we should be able to clear to 29, so I'm going to set 29. All right, and then let's get our nav data, our display screen set up. So we want traffic and data. And VOR1, VOR2, by the way, same over here. And then the weather is set and ready to go. All right, now if you guys know how to get terrain radar, I'd love to hear how to do it, but I don't. I have the gauge right up here in plugins. I have to rely on it that way, but I'd love for it to function in here somehow. Beyond that, folks, we're ready for engine start. So buckle up, time to go. And folks, we're only about 10 minutes late. Not bad, not bad at all. Connecting up. FDX 811. And you're going to find this is how I like to do things, just ready to go when I come online. McDonnell Douglas M11, AKLP connecting. There does not appear to be a controller here, so we got to go down. Put in, what is it? 5164. 56. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's take a look outside. Only thing left to do is close up the front end. And that's when I just go here. Ground ops, close. Away. Now we know we disconnected. Be careful. I think this was the plane I had trouble with several weeks ago. I disconnected the ground power without turning it off in the plane. It caused some issues, folks, so make sure you do that. All right, so with that, let's get better pushback engaged. First off, let's get our common traffic frequency. It's something that VAT USA is doing, and all pilots are supposed to go to this channel, but they're reluctant to. They think they aren't going to be able to take over the airwaves. They can if they go here. 2950. Hey, that was pretty simple. Push back.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
We'll go here.
Los Angeles traffic, United 2120 is now crossing runway 24 left.
Los Angeles traffic, that's 4292 departure, 92 front, climb 72 departure to the north for Los Angeles.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, folks, we are minutes away from. Okay, that's a new way to get the tug here. On top of the roof. Oh, wait for it. It's gonna drop. Oh, that was too hilarious. Folks, if you missed it, hang on. Go to YouTube when this posts and enjoy it. That will be at about the 1 hour, 12 minute mark. Made my day, folks. Let's get those chocks off.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Hey, everybody's listening. Wow, they're all here.
Lady J4 departure to the north is LA.
All right, folks, we're just about ready to push and start. Let me start up our ACARS system for FedEx.
Traffic United 246, correction 276, lining up for runway 25 right down to departing. Barely traffic.
Okay, dispatched and KLAX, KLAS, downlink it. Works for me. It's VFR all the way, folks.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Stand by. Let's get us a weather report. 2990, we sure are. Okay. Los Angeles traffic, FedEx 811, pushback stand 2, FedEx. I did remove the chocks. Oh, dummy, 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 dummy.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
4292, pass on at 2.9, climb flight will Shreveport 40, going summer 2 departure to north, currently about 10 from the field, so just ready to come for Los Angeles traffic.
See, I told you, they'll work their way over here. It's acting like the chuckle. All right, I have the pinky switch on my HOTAS that controls parking brakes. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for this one.
United 2120 is departing runway 24 right.
All right, beacons are coming on. As soon as I get up here, everything looks good here. Defrost, beacon. Okay, set. Ignition B system this time. But again, folks, if you miss anything, especially now, I gotta highlight it. I gotta actually mark that. 1.2 tape. That just made my day. Pushback tug on the roof getting to us. I think I've seen that at Memphis happen too. So that was great. All right, so we got a lot of traffic heading out. Let's see where they might be venturing to. I think it may be too early. San Francisco, San Francisco. Why they're all headed to
Purple traffic, United 2120, do you mind holding the runway for a little while?
What?
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set, engine.
Purple traffic, 276 departing runway 25 right.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
87 to the departure to the south, Los Angeles.
I don't know what that was all about. Alright, so we're ready to start. Engine sequence, if I'm not mistaken, 312. Double check, seatbelts, no smoking, beacons are on. Fuel panel, air panel, and we're ready to crank up. go. At the blue line, we'll put the fuel on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
All right, thank you. And we appreciate the fact better pushback is free. Right, there are the pins, folks. Get everything to settle down here on our engines. Okay, I think they have. Let's go for number 1. All right, again, the blue line is around 17.
Tower traffic gated ID does 276 vacated correction clear runway 25 right half to follow 2000 feet getting half follow 340 Los Angeles.
Okay, ignition's off. And we're just waiting for it to build up, settle down, and then we'll kick over number 2, the big center engine that caused a lot of troubles for a DC-10 into Sioux City. Oddly enough, having a lot of troubles yesterday with a lot of flooding. All right, looks like we're settled. Number 2. Again, folks, do apologize for the second VOD being made here. I don't know what hiccuped with our internet or what. But yeah, that or I clicked something and didn't realize what it did, because yeah, it was just bizarre. Same time I clicked just to bring the OBS up, it disconnected and reconnected. So I don't know all behind that, what happened. All right, all the engines are just about stable. We can continue on with after start. And looks like they are settling. Okay, so let's come back up here and get finished here. To the middle, windshield defog I've already turned on. Anti-ice not required. Air panel APU can now go off. So what I do is turn it off on the bleed. Make sure all my packs are going, and then click here and double check, hopefully, when we get up to the runway. Hydraulic pumps are set. Okay, let's go back down here. Now, we need to go to the config SCP. This I have troubles with which switch down here. I am assuming this one. We all know in aviation, assumptions are never good. Hey, I think I got it right this time. Let us set to checking flight controls. Okay. And then to the left and to right. All right, next up is the trim. Trim needs to go to 4.8. This is what I talk about that I'm not a big fan of Boeing on. Here, I can see what I'm setting. Boeing, you're working off this little gauge that hangs off here with numbers on it, trying to interpolate 4.8, 4.75. So McDonnell Douglas and Airbus got this, I think, right in the fact you can set it by looking at it. Look at that. I can tell exactly where it is. Now, is it a guarantee that I'm not going to have to hit the up trim? Nope. But it could be.
American 2120.
Common traffic frequency isn't for this, folks. All right, so now, oh, I was trying to figure, what the heck? All right, so let's drop down now, go to the engine. We pop back up. Look, it's still up top. Now we can set our flaps, which we said was 15. All right, folks, time to have a little comedy here at the expense of McDonnell Douglas. Oh, wait, they're no longer, they're part of Boeing. There's enough comic relief there to go around. We get this interesting flap system. It's called dial-a-flap, 1-800-dial-a-flap. If you call 1-800-dial-a-flap, you'll get the correct setting to set into your aircraft. You think I'm kidding? Hang on. Let's get the flaps going. Oh, it's being a pain today. It's not liking me. Oh wait, I got too far. What the heck? What the heck? Now it won't even dial a flap. Wow. Got just not liking because of where I'm at? It sure as heck is. Holy mackerel. Wow. Okay, I don't know if Rotate knows about that, but wow. If you hover right over it, folks, it's a pain in the rump to set. That or it was just making fun back at me. Anyway, it's dial a flap, so you set your first flap setting from 10 degrees to 25 or 28, I can't remember. And then when you set your first notch of flaps, it goes to whatever this is. Dial a flap. 1-800-dial-a-flap. Can make a great commercial on it. And it's set to 14. Well, we're not going to squibble. All right, so there we go, folks. We're ready to taxi. Dial a flap has been dialed in. Only thing left to do, auto brakes to take off. No, I did not say speed brakes. This airplane's getting a mind of its own. The Terminators are coming for us. Oh no. And we'll arm our spoilers. Okay, little confusion here too, folks. Okay, arrows, the little arrows like you're seeing right now, move it down the channel. When you get the hand, talk to the hand. Just think about that. Talk to the hand. You arm it or de-arm it. Pretty simple. Let's go. Los Angeles traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, taxi to 25 right for departure. All right, here we go into traffic, folks. Will they stop or will they keep going? No one knows. Even they don't. I am not waiting on no doggone plane. All right, I'm pretty sure they would have probably gone a different way on my taxi. But we're going to cross. Well, we could take 25 left. But I'm going to take 25 right. All right, folks, we're ready to go. Final checks. Once we get in between before takeoff data. Folks, you're going to see that several times checking it. Boy, it's really wanting to go. Auto flight EAD is clear. Auto brakes are set. Seatbelts, no smoking. We're ready to go. Radar and transponder on. I'm going to hold up here. Just want to make sure. Okay, hydraulic air cabins ready, radar transponders on, and we're ready for takeoff. I also want to make sure we're on before we go. We are. All right, we got somebody going Oakland to Memphis, me to Vegas. And Los Angeles common area traffic, FedEx 811 heavy, departing 25 left, intersection Foxtrot. Hey, here we go, folks. And American didn't say a word. Probably because they're on Unicom. Okay, we're all set to go. %60 and stable. Rolling, rolling, rolling. V1. Rotating. Gears coming up. MD11 climb underway. Hey, going for slats only. Slats coming up. Los Angeles area traffic, FedEx 811, clear of your area. Unicom. All right, now we'll start swinging back for Clipper, which we just have to be above 10,000, which, by the way, we already are. Alright, folks, sorry for that loud noise. Alright, we are on our way, and I am going to bring direct Clipper execute. Los Angeles International Airport right there, folks. I'm starting to wonder, am I going to be able to make clipper, or is it going to turn before? I may go direct KLAX just to simplify it. Let's look at that. Direct KLAX, simplify me, please. There we go. Much simpler, folks. Okay, and let's do the after takeoff checks. Auto brakes off. Seatbelts will remain on a little longer. All right, we're on our way, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this elongated start. And sorry, really wasn't expecting 2 streams. I hate when it does that. But anyway, folks, we're on our way. So again, thanks to our moderator, Hawker125. Sure appreciate you coming aboard. Ought to be it's your plane you kept hounding me for. Just kidding. It's not a bad plane as long as you keep it in the framework that it's a lot like an Airbus. Oh yeah, it's got McDonnell Douglas features to it, but it's pretty well flown, McDo and above, as an Airbus. Funny story, folks. There is an actual VA out there, and I actually was gonna fly this on our Shanghai to Beijing. Name of I'm not gonna go into it, other than to say the name on the MD11. Now, the airline is called this. It's a virtual airline out there. I'm not a part of them, so I don't like giving any bad things about them, but it's hilarious, in my book at least. On. Oh, there we go. We're standard now. Flybusva.com. And it's an MD11. I find that hilarious. All these months that I've been flying it for y'all, calling it pretty much an Airbus 11. So, if you belong to them, I'm not trying to dig at it. I just found the name adequately suited for the MD11, which may or may not even be part of your fleet. I've looked at your VA. I actually thought about you. But I'm really overtaxed as it is right now with virtual airlines. So, but today we're flying for FedEx Express Virtual. Speaking of which, this is one that doesn't overtax you, folks. Oh, they're like many that expect you to fly a flight a month. No big deal. One flight, I mean, their shortest flight is in Florida. I believe he always says it's Miami to Marathon. I think I could find some even shorter. Anchorage to Kenai. 50 miles, folks. Could do it in a Caravan, or pick your other aircraft. They do have 737-800s, folks. So check them out, folks. One flight a month, great bunch of people. Like I said, I've been here Oh, my gracious. Like I said, well, I can tell you. Hang on. I can actually go over here. Federal home. Thank you. And we've been here 8 years. So really like it. They do a great job. Oh, the other aircraft say MD11 out of Oakland for Memphis flying for them right now. So, but anyway, folks, I hope you give them a try. Give them a look. If anything, just give them a look. See if it's a good fit for you. It's www.fedexva.org. FedExVA.org. Strike all of that, folks. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it saying the name of the airline, not the name of the site. FDXVA.org. FDX. Fox Delta X-Ray. Victor Alpha.org. My apologies to you guys there, FedEx Express Virtual. Got away from me again. So, but anyway, folks, great bunch of people. Highly recommended by me. They are one of those I do love to fly for. They keep it simple. They just want to make sure you know how to fly. They don't test you or anything like that. They just want you to be able to fly. I think we're in cruise already, folks. We certainly are. Why are we bottomed at 28.9? Are we in like a... All right, we're crossing. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. Hang on, folks. Let me blow this up one more time. All right, so thought I saw us over Orca already. We're at Victorville. Folks, by the way, Vegas comes up quickly here, so be ready for quick descents. Yeah, we just came off Orca, direct Navy, direct MISEN. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, we're direct Navy, 50 miles. We are 20. Let's go out 1. Okay, after Navy, we're projecting our top of descent. All right, so again, we've looked at it. Let's kind of bring it in here, get this all worked out. All right, here's the charts. Here's, well, we're not there. Hang on. Here's us. Working our way off Orca to Navy, and then from Navy we come into MISEN. MISEN is 24,000 feet. So roughly 5 times 3 is 15, 25 miles out of MISEN, which could be, hang on, let's check. Huh, that's interesting. It really is, folks. From here... All right, so basically 20, let's just do this. This isn't working the way I wanted. So let's get down here, take a look at some stuff. Again, you see why you want to try to get a lot of this, especially short haul, ironed out on the ground. MISEN, we're showing 27,000. So click on the right side. Altitude at 24. Okay, now that's going to adjust to 46 miles top of descent. Crud. I don't have those set the same way. Increase, increase. Still showing roughly the same spot. All right. Okay, and then let's walk it out real quick. All right, so MISEN 24, Teddy, Watt V above 19, that looks good. Totes, no restrictions. Reindeers between 19 and 13, but 250. Okay. Grandma got ran over by reindeer behind her. 80, 12.5. Sorry, folks, couldn't resist. Envoy above, Envy above 11. Red QN 210. Speed above 9,000. 8,000 in Bourbon 210. Okay, so we're set up now. And I think quick. All right, so I'm going to go clear. Perfect. So Bourbon, Bishop, Ocog, Gadus, Luxar, and Relland. All looking good. Okay. Navy, where we are, let's bounce up, get rid of charts real quick. Okay, we're about to cross Navy in 15 miles. I wonder if I'm the only one going this way. Oh, there's a little airplane, Cessna, flying out of Burbank for CMA. All right, folks, we're making our way there. All right, we're crossing MISEN, and 15 25 miles. We need to be already in our descent. Okay, so let's take a look at reindeers. So we need to head for 24. They aren't really helping, the sunglasses that come with the airplane, well, with X-plane. Hey, we do have traffic. Hang on, I did not see that. 25. That looks like Delta headed to Los Angeles. What I am looking forward is some of the changes, if you haven't seen them on YouTube, folks, or X-Plane. The expo on the side of one of the buildings, the Rio, I think it was. Some kind of hoping to see that. We'll kind of do our best here. I only know mostly about the first castle on the left, the Excalibur. Of course, if you're coming from the tower, it'd be the first castle on your right. But anyway, okay, let's continue. I'm thinking about going down to 13. As long as we're above 19 there, I'm going to go ahead and set that 13. All right, we got traffic. Must have drifted out of range. Never saw it. All right, so around Grandma we'll be at 13,000. All right, so as we cross reindeers, we need to be at 250. Not a lot to see, folks. It's called the high plains, high mountain desert, high deserts for a reason. It's a desert. With a bump here and there for mountains. I will say this, when we visited it about 5-6 years ago, maybe longer, beautiful city. Red Rock Mountains off to the west and north. Got over to Hoover Dam, got to see the strips, plural. There are two, folks. Don't let them fool you into thinking there's one. There's the original Fremont Street, then the one you all know with the castle on the left, the Bellagio, the Eiffel Tower, and so forth. So, but Fremont's the original. That was actually pretty cool, folks. All right, I am going to go ahead and begin slowing us to 250. Okay, talk to the hand, push it down. Let's get some spoiler action going. Okay. Totes, then reindeers. That's about right, folks. There's only 4 miles between the two, so now's a good time to start slowing the beastie up. All right, now it's time for the altimeter here, which is 2985. Okay, we're going to set our minimums. We'll set them to 2,000. Correction, 200. Unless we were planning to use a Barrow. All right. Now, if we were using the airport itself, folks, is like 2,500 feet, 2,000 feet, 2,181 feet above sea level. The airport runway is 2069. But a fun day of flying here, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. We'll be landing probably in the next 10-15 minutes. After a brief, we'll we'll review the landing and go from there. Okay, we're coming over reindeers between 19 and 13, so we're doing good. Rummy needs to go down to 10,000. Wait, wrong one. No. 80, 12.5. All right, folks, we are coming up to Grandma's place. Watch out for the wolf. Okay, as you can see here, folks, Beatty, then Envy. Then we've got a quick burst here of Red Qin and what's the other one? Not Huxar. Twaffle, and then Bourbon. Basically, the next setting I'll do is at Beatty for a 8,000, and we're going to be slowing to 210. The reason they slow up so much so high, folks, you would not believe the amount of traffic that comes into Vegas. You may, but you may not. It's unbelievable. The problem is getting out of Vegas. One, getting in with the winds. Today is a classic example. Technically, I'm thinking the ones might have been a better proposition. We'll take it. 2.6 is what they threw us to. But the problem is it's so hot. It's 105, maybe even, it's definitely hotter. Hang on, I'll get it for you right now. Currently, 43 degrees Celsius. Translation, 109 degrees. Ouch. Ouch. So, it's a bit on the hot side. So, little toasty today, and kind of reminiscent when we were there. I don't think we had a day below 105. The 4 days I think we were there, 4 or 5 days. And I don't remember 109 degrees, but folks, once we cross 105, what's a couple of degrees? It's a broiler, folks. I know, it's a dry heat though. No, it's a broiler. Wow. That's all I can say, folks. Wow, how hot it gets. But anyway, now we're starting to get into the maximum operating temperatures of some aircraft. Throw in the density altitude, and you find out where a lot of delays come in. So, it's the good thing is if you can be lucky to get that first flights out, they don't usually get delayed. It's the later ones when the sun gets up. That's when it comes after you. All right, so we're coming up to Beatty. Let's go ahead, set 9,000. Okay, let me just get across Beatty, and then we'll start to slow down to 210 and prepare for landing here. Again, folks, I hope you've enjoyed it. Vegas is a fun place. I was not very keen on it when X-Plane 12 released. It looked like all the runways were open. And there's the cadet. The cadet has arisen from her nap. Hey, she's only 3 months old, folks. Give her a break. We're all going, we'd love to go back to that time when we could take naps. Right, we're descending. $8,000, right? Yep, by Bourbon, I hope. Sure looks like it. Yep. Oh, Twa. Which one is that? Twaffle. Okay. All right, perfect. Now let's get this thing slowed up. 210, folks. So what you do again, click the bottom, set the speed. Of course, ATC can overrule any of this. And then spoilers as needed. All right, folks, take your seats. Time for landing. That is so confusing. Just realize, folks, here, let me blow it up. We're taking this track and then we're going to loop to come in this way. That's our missed approach. Boy, that could get confusing in a heartbeat. All right, we're parallel the runways. That is Las Vegas, folks. Red Rock Canyon out there. Out in the distance where you see all the dry lake beds, welcome to the Nevada Test Range, otherwise known as Red Flag territory. All right, we're at 210. Let's get those spoilers in. Okay, auto brakes. Let's get on here. And again, folks, I'm just going to do it the quick and easy way. All right, here we go. And we're looking at V approach of 142. And we can set this, by the way. We're going to do that real quick. They're going flaps 50. Hang on a second. All right, there we go. 5,000 feet. Okay, 30. Make it 147 for the approach speed. All right, now let's check the computer here on the plane. TO. We're looking at 147, landing speed 142. Okay, we're coming up to Bourbon. We're at just about 8,000, 210. And about ready to kick out some slats. I think the scenery here looks pretty good, folks. You can squibble and squabble about it all you want. I could pose a question to those of you that think the other one is better, but I keep it to myself. Okay, Bishop. Seven, 6. All right, slowing for 200. Turning for the approach. Since they're not on, I need to get the common traffic. And Las Vegas traffic, FedEx 811 coming on to the localizer for runway 26 left.
Vegas traffic, Spirit 15155, vacate inclusion, static taxi for the gate, via Alpha 6, Vegas.
Stabilizer motion. Autopilot. 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 Autopilot.
And FedEx 811 doing a couple S turns real quick to get down 426 left.
2500. Autopilot. 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 Autopilot.
3 green or 4 green. Gear down, brake set, spoiler set, right? And coming on track, 25 left. And Vegas traffic, FedEx 811, on profile landing, 26 left.
Glide slope, 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 glide. Glide slope.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse. Out reverse. Off auto brakes. Now I saw some people down at the end. All right, and I don't think I turned. Yes, I did turn the lights on. Yes, I did, I think. And Vegas traffic, Alpha 5 FedEx 11 has vacated onto taxiway Alpha.
Vegas traffic, Janet 63 is lining up and departing runway 19er right to the northwest of Vegas.
Oh, we didn't turn the lights on. Oh, 3-month really do crack me up. And FedEx 811 crossing runway 25 right, or 26 right, my bad. All right, folks, welcome to Vegas. I have no idea where the Rio is, so I don't even know where to look for the interesting stuff that's been added here. But anyway, we are to the right and beyond this terminal. All right, let's go ahead, get up here, get the APU started. Okay, after landing checks, spoilers, radars. Okay, spoilers are down, transponder to exponder, radar off. Okay, got a little bit of a taxi here, folks. Going all the way down to Romeo. So we got, like I said, a little ways to go. But we'll be down there shortly. Hope y'all enjoyed. I did not put in a prediction. I hope someone looks like nobody did. See how well we did here in a few. Romeo is the taxiway we're looking for. Okay, we're on Bravo. Believe that's the holding pad, they call it. And we are at and Alpha 2. All right, let's get on in here. Be honest, I think FedEx is to the back. All right, folks, we are not going to have time to do another flight. I have one in the can, but I just don't think I have enough time with constraints on my Mondays that I have, so we will. Oh, it's nice enough to put taxiway lights on my taxiway. It looks like maintenance is going to have to fix that. Oh, wait, that wouldn't be a 139 write-up. There is a story to that, folks. We're not going to it online here. All right, so we're going to get down here. Let's take this middle one. Why don't we? No, we'll take the last one in case maybe someone I didn't see is following us. I can set up here. Get it in here. All right, there we go. Let's get in the cockpit. Come down here, snap that parking brake on. Perfect. All right, so we're into blocks. All right, so auto brake is off. Spoilers de-armed. State trim. You know what? I'm going to do this, and then. Wait. Oh, this will be tough to figure out what's 3 units. Okay, and exterior lights, let's double check. Okay, they're tagging, they're off, and off. Okay, APU is available. Fuel switches, transponder is going to go to standby right now. And us to Unicom. And automatically it's on and good to go. Defog. And we'll leave that on. We're turning. We would be turning. Emergency power switch. Oh, wait a minute. After parking. Oh, yeah. Okay. Welcome, as I said. Get that. We'll keep that off. All right, folks, welcome in. Let's do a quick recap here, and then we're going to call it. getting some things cleaned up here. All right, Sim Toolkit. Take it. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here, folks. FedEx Express. Hang on, let me see if I can. Oh no, it's too late. All right. Log it. 185 feet a minute. Very needed to get my average down. All right, and just verifying. KLAS, boom. All right, boom, and boom. Okay, so we have Sim Toolkit up here, folks. You can see what we did. 258 feet a minute. They had us at 185 over at FedEx, so let's finish the flight. Okay it. And let's take a look at this metric. So here's the short flight. Like I said, this was only like 240 miles. So folks, if you're looking for short flights, can I point you right to one? This can help you stay current with a lot of airlines. Maybe not FedEx, but you might talk with them. They could help. This could help you. All right, so the flight lasted 1 hour, 1 minute, 205 miles, 6.3, call it 6.4 kilograms of fuel, and 1.5 G's. Not a bad landing, folks. We had to wake up the packages. They had to get off the plane. 258 feet per minute at 151. Can't remember. Let me try something here. We were shooting for VAP, that's approach, 147 on Sim Toolkit. I can't remember what it was in the Sim, because it's already cleared. That's why I can't look. All right, folks, so we are here. Let you all take a look. We are still on VATSIM, so you can see you got a United sitting in the gate, and you got a great looking skyline here, folks. Wow. Oh, the Orby thing, whatever that's called. I can't see anything saying, I don't even know where the Rio would be. Any of you guys in the channel familiar with Vegas? Where's the Rio? By the way, that's where we stayed when we were here. That's the first castle on the left from the airport. Why you can say that? Well, folks, I like this, and I wish more airports adopted it. You get off your planes, you get all your bags and all, get on a shuttle bus, go under the airfield over to, I think it's that road right there. And off in the distance here is the rental cars in one building. And you pull in, you find your rental car people, and they give you your car. And it was the agent there helped us in figuring out where it was by saying, first castle on the left. Eiffel Tower and all. So anyway, great scenery. By the way, you can see the beam that comes out of Luxor next door to that first castle. I don't know where Rio is, but I've heard a lot about this ball, this orb, whatever it's called. So there it is. And then the stratosphere. And then up towards this part of Vegas is where Fremont Street is, the original strip. So, all right, enough sightseeing. Let's get in here. And first off, before I do anything, Just going to see if anybody is getting ready to land here. A lot of traffic in here. Oh, wow, some storms actually south of here. No, not really. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, disconnect. If you don't, by the way, folks, guess what? It'll auto disconnect you anyway. And the die is cast. Just doing an S turn to get us lined up for the learn this out. There they go. That's not bad. Pretty close to center line. I'll take it. Look at that approach, folks. A little low, I think, but overall, that is really nice. Wayne Newton lives out here somewhere. He has a DC-9, if memory serves, parked in his front yard. I'd die laughing if that was him. And right there's where we're parking. All right, folks, on the ground. Let's see if the tower will be cooperative today. Otherwise, we'll call it for the day. Then we'll look for someone to hand the stream off to. It's going to be like that. Not bad. We'll probably get a post. Nice. All right, folks, as we roll it out here, I want to thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike today. We had another flight, and who knows, could later tonight come online. But tomorrow, for those of you checking your scorecards, let's just do that. I just fear what's coming. Checking your scorecard for tomorrow, we are going to be flying again for Northwest Airlines under the moniker of Piedmont Virtual Historical. We got a bunch of historical airlines mixed together to form this airline, and we're flying some Northwest flights in the FlyJSim 727 X-Plane 11, Detroit to Milwaukee, then Milwaukee to Minneapolis, and hope you all enjoy. Coming Wednesday, folks, get your coffee, get everything ready, because we're crossing the pond. However, the Pacific Pond, Honolulu to Tokyo. There you go, Hawker. We're not going to Singapore, but we're in your neighborhood of what kind of flight you'd like to do. Like to see you join us. So, folks, be ready for that. That's going to be an 8 o'clock Central Time kickoff. So, just so you all know, we're putting the plane in position. But, yeah, tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central, doing the math real quick, 1600 Zulu, Detroit. Be there. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. My music, I thought, got screwed up. Let's see who's out there, folks, that we can hand this off to.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Those coming out of Vegas, maybe the tug will drop from the roof again. Panda Express, y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow. 1600Z, 11 o'clock Central.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.